So good morning, good afternoon, buenos dias, buen dias, and boa tarde, for depending where you are in the Americas. Thank you all for joining us. We are here today with Henri Rodriguez, the director of Terranova, Costa Rica, our wonderful DMC. So Henri, today we're going to speak about Guanacaste. Huh?
Exactly, Dominique. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. It's such a pleasure to have you here. And thank you for all those familiar faces that have been following our series of webinars. It's amazing to have you again in this event today. And like Dominique said, we are going to give you a little tour around our fantastic and beautiful Guanacaste province, which is located in the northern part of Costa Rica. Allow me to share you the presentation and we will get started.
And you know, we will be sending you the recording at the end. Huh? And if you have any question, you know the drill, Q&A, or the chat box. I'll check both of them. Huh?
Okay, so hope you guys have your suntan lotion with you and the sunblock and your glasses. Yeah, Dominique is doing great because she's prepared for the hot weather that we're going to see in this beautiful presentation about Guanacaste. Getting started with some basic information about the province. This is how Guanacaste looks like. It's the 7th province of Costa Rica. It has an international airport, actually, the Liberias International Airport, LIR, that we're going to be talking about that a little bit. And this is a little bit of how the map of Guanacaste looks like. As you see, there is a missing tip at the peninsula of Nicoya, because that part of the peninsula politically belongs to the province of Punta Arenas. So that's why you don't see it in this map, which is a political map of Guanacaste. But in terms of tourist regions, you could kind of consider that part of the peninsula also part of Guanacaste. As you see in Guanacaste, not only we have a lot of different beaches because it's all surrounded by the beautiful Pacific Ocean, but also we have a mountain range that kind of acts as natural barrier between the province of Guanacaste and the province of Alajuela, which is here next to Guanacaste. So we have the Rincón de la Vieja volcano, we have the Miravalles volcano, the Tenorio volcano, and well, the Arna volcano, which is around here, belongs to the other province, but as you see, is part of this mountain range that I'm mentioning to you. Let's talk a little bit about fun facts about Guanacaste. It's important to get to know a little bit of this. The name Guanacaste, why is it called Guanacaste? Guanacaste is actually an Indian word that means earpod tree. The Guanacaste tree, which is actually our national tree, has a fruit that it's kind of a hard shell with some seeds inside. And if you see it, it's the shape of an ear. So it's very interesting. That's where the name of the tree comes from, and the province got the name from that tree. The location, well, we have Alajuela in the east, like I mentioned to you, Punta Arenas in the southwest and in the southeast, the Pacific Ocean on the west, and we have Nicaragua on the north. Guanacaste is also the gateway to cross the border and go up to Nicaragua and visit the beautiful San Juan del Sur, where Dominique has a fantastic property there. So don't forget about Morgan's Rock. We can definitely do combinations of the countries, and we can do stays in Guanacaste with an extension to go to Morgan's Rock, which is also a fantastic place to stay. In terms of demographics, back in 2011, the province had only approximately 326,953 inhabitants, and the density is 32.2 inhabitants per square kilometer. This is a very big province, but it's not that populated. The province is devoted very much to different crops and different things that I'll get there in a moment. Something interesting about Guanacaste that I don't know if you knew is that Guanacaste used to be an independent province in Central America. When we got our independence back in the 1800s, they continue being an independent province, but back in 1824, they decided by actually voting if they wanted to join Nicaragua or Costa Rica, and they decided to join Costa Rica. Actually, we just had that celebration because it happened back on July 25th. And we were so lucky that they decided to join our country because we became a larger and much more beautiful and much more diverse country because of that. Um, like I said, there's an international airport, the LIR airport, and also we have different airstrips. You have an airstrip in Tamarindo, you have an airstrip in Nosara, and you have an airstrip in Tambor. It's the second largest province of Costa Rica. The total area is 3,915 square miles. And well, we have different volcanoes, like I mentioned to you before, and the economy of that province is based in cattle, both for milk and for meat. Also farming. A lot of vegetables and fruits that we eat in the country are produced in Guanacaste, as well as crops like sugarcane and rice, for example, and tourism, of course. It is such a beautiful place that you have a lot of tourism happening in there. Talking about the international airport, actually, it's been rewarded actually 2 years in a row by the best airport in Central America because of its cleanness and because of how easy in access. I mean, it's how easy is to move around. So that's also important to mention. And actually, the airport just changed name as a kind of a branding name, and now it's called the Guanacaste Airport, not anymore the Liberia Airport like we used to know it before. Some of the flights that serve this international airport are coming from different parts of mostly the United States. So we have flights from Atlanta, Boston, Charlotte, Dallas, Denver, Miami, New York, LA, Minneapolis, Washington. We also have flights from Canada, from Montreal, in Toronto, in Calgary. And nowadays, they are also serving flights from Europe. The Air France flight does stop in Liberia. So they do Paris, San Jose, Liberia, Paris. Same happens with the flight with KLM from the Netherlands. They do Amsterdam, San Jose, Liberia, Liberia, Amsterdam. So for those of you who are in Europe, it's very easy to do combinations of the airport. So they can start the trip in San Jose and finish the trip in Liberia and then fly back to Europe using those flights. By now, the airport has received 100% of the flights back. So the connectivity with this airport is fully operational at the moment. But now let's go and enjoy a little bit more of the sights that we see in this beautiful province of Guanacaste. And let's get started with the Papagayo Peninsula. Actually, the Papagayo Peninsula is this location where we have most of the big brand hotels in the area. Of course, we cannot talk about this province, I mean, without this part of the peninsula, sorry, without talking about the Four Seasons, one of the best properties in the country. Beautiful hotel. It's been in the country for about 12 years, believe it or not, but they had kept it up to date and they have been doing a lot of different refurbishings and different changes. So they keep it very fresh and very beautiful. The hotel has a couple of beaches that you can access easily just by walking. It's a little peninsula, and in the narrow part of the peninsula, that's where the hotel is located. So you have basically one beach that faces the open Pacific and another beach that faces a bay. So it's very comfortable for either families if you want a calm water. So you have the bay side, or if you want more fun and more like heavy waves, you have the ocean side. Also in that same peninsula, we have the beautiful Andas Papagayo. This hotel, I really like it personally. I think they offer a very good level of casual luxury. Four Seasons is more, more formal and more formal. But Andas is something more fun. It's a hotel that is a lot more casual. You feel it from the staff uniforms all the way to the service, all the way to the rooms. It's a beautiful hotel. This picture that you see here is actually a picture of the front desk, which is located in this area. And the other two constructions that you see here are actually meeting rooms that are part of the main building of the hotel. Rooms look like this. They are very organic. I like a lot the decor in the property. They use a lot of driftwood, pictures of different things from Guanacaste. They take a picture of a small, I don't know, pebble, and they just enlarge it, and it's such a beautiful, interesting picture that gives a lot of texture to the room. So I think this is fantastic. Amazing services, including a beautiful spa. Moving on, coming out of the peninsula, but also still in the Papagayo Bay, we have the amazing Mangrove Hotel. This, in terms of pricing, it's kind of a step down from the Andas, but it's definitely at the same level of service. I was actually there a couple of weekends ago, and it was beautiful. The weather was great because it's not too hot right now, and the rooms are in great shape. Very good service. In this picture, you see the beach is right in front of here, crossing through these trees that you see here. And this is the main pool. As you see, they have cabanas that you can rent separately. And the cabanas are, they have a TV, they have a mini fridge, they have a fan, and if you rent a cabana, you can use also the lounge chairs that you see next to them. So this is kind of an extra detail for those clients who want to have a little bit more of a privacy and maybe a place to stay. If you have kids, this is perfect for the kids because they won't be in the sun all day. You can close this, here you have some curtains that you can close, and it looks very, very cute. The pool is very interesting because, as you see, is black. The um, the tile in the pool is black because they try to kind of incorporate the mangrove element that it's around the hotel. So with this dark pool, you feel like if you are swimming directly on the mangrove. Here to the right, you have one of the two restaurants of the hotel, which has something that I really like, which is a floor that is made of sand. There's no floor, it's just sand. So you can enjoy a delicious ceviche there with your feet stuck in the sand. It's so great. Who wants to go? I really want to go. This is the area where they have the spa. As you see, they are surrounded by mangrove, and you have the different treatment areas in the spa at the hotel. This is how the rooms look like. Also, as you see, very organic decor, a lot of like beautiful white tones in neutral tones, kind of a little bit of a decor like Danish decor, something like that. But it's very beautiful because it doesn't interfere with the beautiful scenery that you have out there, surrounded by all these trees and all the forest that you have at the hotel. Let's go to one of those hidden gems that we have in Costa Rica. Also part of the Papagayo Bay, we have the amazing Casilla Papagayo. Casilla is a glamping facility. They have 12 tents. They have tents on the top of a mountain and then by the beach. These tents are amazing. They have everything that you need in a deluxe high-end room, but in a tent. You have air conditioning, you have your mini fridge, you have full private bathroom, beautiful king size and queen size beds, day bed as well. Some of them, for example, this one, they has also an outdoor shower with this beautiful tub here. You have no idea the view that you have from this tub. Like for the sunset, it is just to die for. It's fantastic for couples. This is the most romantic thing, and also a lot of fun for the kids if you have families. Some of the experiences that we have in Papagayo, and this is actually a beautiful pictures that kind of shows what how the peninsula looks like. The Casilla may be around here, and Mangrove may be around here, and this is the peninsula. Four Seasons is actually around here, but this is a good picture, and you can see here, for example, the golf club at the peninsula. So some of the activities that we can offer there, definitely a visit to the Rincón de la Vieja volcano, a lot of helicopter tours that take you around to see the volcanoes, to see the beaches. We have the Diamante Eco Park, that is a fantastic zip lining park that also has a rescue center. And that's it a little bit what I wanted to share about the Papagayo. Going down on the coast, we find the beaches of Catalinas, Conchal, and Tamarindo. And let me talk about Las Catalinas, which is this little village that you see here. This is basically a Mediterranean style village, sorry, that has been built in this beautiful beach, which is called Danta Beach, and it's very calm. It's a beautiful bay, and the water is very calm. So they built these private houses. Is just amazing. Here you can rent a house, you can rent a condo, and the property has a couple of restaurants, a supermarket, and some other services, a beautiful spa, and also an activities center, and also a beach club. So if some of these houses do have access to the beach club, and this is how they look. It's so beautiful. You feel like you are in a Mediterranean style villa, but with the tropical feeling of Costa Rica. The houses are amazing. You have 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms. You have 2 bedroom condos, etc., etc. It's very, very interesting. And this is Santarena. Actually, Santarena, it's a hotel inside the town. So not only in this town you will find private houses, but you will also find a hotel if you want to go for the hotel experience with the access to this beautiful town, surrounded by this beautiful town. This is how the rooms look like at Santarena. Something important to mention is that they all have a queen size bed. They don't have doubles. It's only queen size beds. And if you want, they can add on a single extra bed. This is part of the rooftop pool that they have at the hotel. And in the same property next door on the hill, you have Casa Chameleon, Las Catalinas. Casa Chameleon is adults only. This is perfect for couples. From this pool, you see the most amazing sunsets that you will ever see here in Costa Rica. This is the restaurant. The food is fantastic over there. These are some of the sights you see. The sunsets are just amazing. And continuing on, going down on the Pacific coast, we reach the Conchal Beach, which is actually one of my favorites. And in Conchal, you will find the W Hotel. This is the main entrance to the W Hotel. This is a very interesting take on a Guanacaste tree, like you see this in this part of the entrance. And this red round thing tries to evoke a bullfight arena, which is very also typical in this part of Guanacaste. The bullfights that we do, we don't kill the bulls. Actually, we have a lot of people inside the arena, and the bull kind of chases them around, but there's no harm here. And this is something very traditional of Guanacaste. So they wanted to evoke with very modern architecture that custom of the Guanacaste province. The rooms are fantastic. Well, this is actually one of the rooms on one of the suites on the top of the buildings. This is actually one of the pools in the main area on top of the hill, which is where you have the front desk and the restaurants and everything. But you also have a beach club that has a different pool down by the hill. Next door, you have on the same resort, which is Reserva Conchal, you have the Westin Playa Conchal, which is an all-inclusive hotel. For those of you who have clients interested in all-inclusive, this is a fantastic property. The W is located around here, so if you come out to the beach and you walk, you will be able to come in front of the Westin Hotel. In this resort, there's also a golf club. So for those clients of you who enjoy golfing, this is also a very good destination. This is how the rooms look like at the Westin. They are bungalows, 2-story bungalows with 4 bedrooms at each floor. Some of the restaurants at the hotel, some of the pool areas at the hotel. Oh, I'm sorry. This is actually the JW Marriott. So we left Playa Conchal and we went down the coast to Tamarindo and a little bit further down to Langosta, where we have the JW Marriott Hotel. This is another beautiful large beach resort located right in front of the ocean. This is how the rooms look like. Fantastic restaurants. They actually have a very interesting bar that it focuses on rum. It's a rum experience bar. You know, Centenario it's a rum brand that we have here in Costa Rica, and this bar especially does a lot of different drinks with this rum. Some of the experiences that we have in these areas, definitely during the months of September and March, you cannot miss in some beaches the turtle nesting, which is such a beautiful experience. Of course, surfing. This is one of the best spots in Costa Rica to do surfing, and a lot of kayaking experiences, everything that has to do with the ocean, kayaking, sailing, catamarans, etc. This is the ideal scenario to practice these experiences. Let's go a little bit down further to Nosara. Nosara is one of those up and coming destinations. It's very interesting because uh, completely different from the other areas that we have visited. Nosara offers a more boutique style hotel development, and it's more of a smaller community, surfing community, fishing village, which if you really want to have an experience with a real Costa Rican flair, this is one of the locations that you need to watch out. In that area, we have different hotels. This is our top seller, which is the Gilded Iguana. This hotel has the best surf school in the area. Beautiful pool, main pool area surrounded by different room types. This is one of the room types that we have at the property. As you see, very modern, clean lines, beautiful colors. This is one of my favorite hotels actually in Costa Rica. These are some of the views that you have from the balconies on the upper rooms. This is another property that we also work with in Nosara. The difference with the Gilded Iguana is that Lagarta Lodge is located on the top of the hill. So it is not beachfront. You have these amazing views of the ocean. But if you want to go to the beach, you have to take the shuttle down to the beach that the hotel provides. They have amazing views of the entire Nosara area. This terrace is fantastic. They offer cocktails here for sunset, and it's just amazing. And this is the main pool of the hotel. As you see, they have to the right the mangrove, and to the left they have the beach. So the views from the hotel are amazing. Some of the experiences that we have created for this part of the country. We do a lot of horseback riding experiences. You saw the mangrove that I showed you in this picture. We do a lot of kayaking experiences in the mangrove, so you can go, you can enter the mangrove and get to see different species of birds, and other maybe monkeys. And if you're lucky enough, even you could see some crocodiles over there. So it's very diverse, like the rest of Costa Rica, of course. Turtle nesting, the turtle nesting experience is just so beautiful. It's amazing to get to see these beautiful babies coming out. Something important to mention about this is that the tour happens very early in the morning. You have to be at the beach somewhere around 5 in the morning or 5 in the afternoon. And why is that, you wonder? I don't want to wake up that early. Well, the fun fact here is that the turtles, since they are very little, they are very sensitive to the hot sand. So if they come out of their nest and it's already too hot, they're going to get burned because they're just babies. So they in nature is it's so amazing, right? They just wait for the time of the day because they need daylight to do this so they don't get lost. But they wait for the time of the day where it is not that hot, so they can go out and be able to go into the ocean. So that's another fun fact that is going to help you sell in this part of the country, right? And a lot of stand-up paddle, a lot of everything that has to do with surf in this area. It's very popular, and that includes stand-up paddle, of course, and some snorkeling experiences over there as well. Even though we don't have lots of coral reefs in that part of the country, there are a few. And when you do snorkeling or even diving in this part of the country, you are looking forward to see the big species. You're looking forward to see big tuna, big sharks, even manta rays. Even we just had some clients actually last weekend who saw a bull shark, which was just amazing. It literally, he came next to the boat where they were, and they were even able to take pictures right next to him. It was just amazing. And we are going to finish our tour in the Guanacaste province, visiting Santa Teresa. Santa Teresa is in the tip of the peninsula. This is like, remember that I mentioned, politically belongs to the province of Punta Arenas, but geographically is part of the province of Guanacaste. And this is one of our top sellers, is another up and coming destination, beautiful beach, beautiful boutique style hotels like Nantipa. Nantipa is right next to the beach. They have beautiful, these are the rooms that are for families because they're on the back of the property facing the pool, and they have either one or two queen size beds and also a day bed. They also have this beautiful, this is how the buildings look like. These beautiful rooms that are facing the ocean that have a plunge pool, and they have king size beds. And actually, just today, flash news for you is that they're going to be building 5 more units of those in front of the beach, and they will also build 3 new villas that will be available to rent in this side of the country in Santa Teresa, somewhere around January. So hopefully they finish them earlier, so we have 3 more villas to offer you in festive in this part of the country, because everybody's looking for villas in Costa Rica nowadays. Flor Blanca is the second hotel that we use the most in Santa Teresa. It's also a beautiful hotel. It's been in business for a while. Actually, they're supposed to be closing in the month of November, and they will be closed until February because they're going to be refurbishing all the hotel. They're going to be doing some work on the rooms. They are going to be doing a new yoga center, which is, this property is very famous because of the yoga retreats. And they're going to be working on the pool area and making other refurbishings on the property. This is the yoga center that they have currently, but this is going to be changing as of this new as of the month of November, where they start with the refurbishing of the property. In the area, surfing is a must. Just similar to Nosara, Santa Teresa, it's a perfect surfing spot for those who have experience and for those who want to learn, of course. Yoga, it's very big in all the wellness. As you know, some of you may know, the Nicoya Peninsula is one of the blue zones of the planet. The blue zones are those areas in the planet where people live the longest. There is one in Japan, there are 2 in Italy, 1 in California, and 1 here in Costa Rica, right there at the Nicoya Peninsula. So if you want to learn how to be 100 years and older, you have to come over there and learn all the secrets about that. My grandfather did it somehow. He is 103 years old, believe it or not. So I'm crossing my fingers that I'll be somewhere in those numbers eventually. Also, another activity that you could do is visiting the Turtle Island, which is a nearby tour that you do on a speedboat. And it's also fun, and it's a lot of fun for the kids. This island is surrounded by some coral, so it's very nice to go snorkeling as well. And we have the Kuru Biological Reserve, which is one of the nicest reserves in the country because there's not that much people who visits that reserve. So there's a lot of wildlife and there's a lot of activity because of the fact that there are not that many humans over there. And of course, we cannot finish this visit without visiting a little bit the mountains of the Guanacaste province. And you saw one of the volcanoes, the Tenorio volcano, that has also a jewel that it's one of those hidden gems that Costa Rica has, which is the Origins Lodge. Origins Lodge is a fantastic boutique style property that has a Michelin chef. So the gastronomic experience here is very elevated, and it's surrounded by amazing rainforest. So you are near the beach, well, about maybe 2 hours away from the beach driving, but you're surrounding in this very dense and intense rainforest. This is actually one of the living room spaces in the property. They are very big in yoga, very big in horseback riding, and of course, the cooking classes with a Michelin chef, they can not be missed. Of course, hiking to do some bird watching. And we go to another area, which is Bagaces, where we have the Rio Perdido Hotel. This is a great combination for those clients flying in and out of Liberia. You do beach, but you want to do inland and mountain, this combines perfectly. The hotel also has hot springs, so that's an added value to the property. And these are the rooms, very beautiful, very airy, very comfy beds, actually. You have the hot springs at the hotel, like I mentioned. They have a lot of trails to do biking for those of you, of your clients who, sorry, who enjoy biking. And they have a canyon where you can do different experiences like canyoning or zip lining. And the spa, we cannot miss the spa at Rio Perdido. And that is a wrap about the Guanacaste area. I think I did well, Dominique.
You did
30 minutes.
Fantastic, Henry, and really congratulations. The presentation was wonderful. I think everyone enjoyed the comparison in depth of all the hotels. I don't remember any webinar where our DMC will go in depth, not just to mention the hotel, but you give us a comparison between us. So I think everybody would feel stronger and much more educated on which hotel fits which clients. And of course, you'll be there for them to help them. So
anytime.
We have, Joanne would like to know what is the best group size for Mangrove.
Actually, at the Mangrove, we have, for example, a destination wedding happening in February, and we have a group of 30 people at the hotel. So I would dare to say that 15 rooms, it's a good size of a group for that hotel. I've done quite a few groups over there, and they are fantastic. I've done some corporate events also, because they have a meeting space in a beautiful area where we can do private parties. So that's a great hotel to keep in mind for groups, for sure.
Monica would like to know what is about the best season to go to this area.
Definitely December all the way up to March. To May, actually, which is our dry season. This is the best time to travel to Guanacaste. The only month that I would recommend not to travel to this area is actually October, because it is very rainy. But the good news is that in October you have the Caribbean coast, which has the best weather. And we will see the Caribbean coast in a future webinar for you to learn about it.
Olga would like to know how is the weather in the summer.
Olga is very, well, the US summer, which goes from June, July, August, it's a very good time to visit Guanacaste as well. It's not that sunny as it is in January, February, but the nice thing is that it's very beautiful and it's not too hot. So you can do a lot more activities. Sometimes when it's very hot, you just want to be by the pool or by the beach. But when it is not that hot, you feel like going hiking and biking and doing activities, which is all about Costa Rica, you know.
So basically, Costa Rica is a year-long destination.
Definitely.
And you will be there to guide, of course, the people who ask for the request from the travel advisor. In case they ask for one destination, you'll be able to say, hey, I would suggest this province instead of this one.
Definitely. That's the beauty of having a DMC on site. We know all the insight, and we will be able to tell you, no, this is not a good time to go here, but you have to go here because it's the best time. So we will be happy to assist you and help you putting together a program to Costa Rica during any time of the year, basically.
All the other comments are not comments. Everyone is wonderful presentation. Gracias, Henry. Oh, I see Monica. And for now, any special restriction to enter Costa Rica?
No, actually, as of August 1st, any passenger who's vaccinated with the 4 main vaccines, it's clear to enter the country without any additional travel healthcare travel insurance. If you're not fully vaccinated, you do have to purchase a travel insurance that has to cover $50,000 in hospitalization and $2,000 in hotel accommodations. So in the event that you develop the virus during the stay, that insurance will cover the expenses. The good news is that we at Terranova have a product that we can present you and include in the programs. And the good news is that also we have COVAX Global. COVAX Global, that is also a fantastic product that Dominique can offer you. And that product will assist you if you need to go back to the country immediately because of any emergency. So that is also a good product that I recommend you to check with Dominique. Definitely is going to be very helpful for your clients. And the other entry requirement is to complete a healthcare pass, which is just a form online that you have to complete, get a QR code, and that's what you're going to show to our immigration officers in at the airport.
So for vaccinated or non-vaccinated, there is no more PCR to enter the country, at least.
No, that's the good news. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. No PCR test required. When you go back to the States, the government is still requesting to get a PCR test, and we will take care of doing the arrangements so you get tested at your hotel and you get the results in between 2 to 12 hours from the sample taken.
That sounds perfect.
See more.
Any other question? What is the percentage of the population is vaccinated?
Well, actually, and I see another question here about from Olga on how's the COVID situation now. Actually, everything is going pretty good in Costa Rica. Fortunately, we have a very strong healthcare system. Then right now we are working on vaccinating people from 20 years and up. So the vaccination process it's quite ahead. We are expecting to have a 75% of the total population of the country by fully vaccinated by the month of November. So we're going pretty fast actually on the process. And well, we're only 5 million inhabitants in the country, so it's a little easier. And also something important to mention is that in the worst part of the pandemic, we've had somewhere about 70,000 active cases. So if you do the ratio of between 70,000 cases and 5 million inhabitants, it's very little. And fortunately, of course, that we grieve each of them, but fortunately, we have only had about 5,000 people who passed. So if you check, I mean, if you compare those numbers with other countries in Latin America, we're definitely doing pretty good in terms of COVID. So hopefully we continue on like that.
Yeah. Evelyn, you wanted to know if Sinovac is not permitted, huh?
It is permitted, and I've had clients, it's interesting because sometimes it even depends on the airline, because I have clients who have it and they have been able to just get on the plane without any problem. But I've had others who have mentioned that the airline was not sure if it was okay to have Sinovac coming into the country, but after talking to them and everything went fine. But I would recommend to check with the airline when you make the reservation, just to make sure. And if they are not sure, then we'll be able to help you from our end here in Costa Rica.
So I think we answer all the questions. The rest are just thank you, Monica. And Françoise, you said the US require antigenic tests, not PCR. Huh? So that
again, it really depends on the airline. Sometimes American, it's a little bit more picky, but Delta and United, if you have an antigen, that's not an issue either.
Perfect. So I do not see any more. So we're gonna say goodbye unless anyone else has a last question. You know that you can make a quick appointment with Henry on our appointment platform called Let's Connect 365. So it's very easy. Let's Connect 365.com, and you're going to see Henry and our other hotelier in DMC, and you click, and then you immediately, when Henry is available for a quick 15 minutes or 30 minutes Zoom meeting one-on-one with you, if you want to discuss something, a future booking, if you have more questions. And we will be sending you the recording, and we will be sending you the recording and the presentation. And then again, we can find all our recordings on our YouTube channel. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We know you're busy, so really it means a lot. And I'm pleased to see that our webinars are interesting enough for you. And I think that what Henry you did today was amazing. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. It's such a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us, and stay tuned because we will have our September issue with another interesting part of Costa Rica to learn more from our country.
Okay, I hope we do that every month we have you. Huh?
Voilà. Definitely, count on that.
Voilà. Tomorrow we're going to go to Sweet Bocas in Panama to visit Annick Béranger property if you want to join us. Huh? All right, so thank you very much, everybody. And I see one more. Dominique, will you have the recording available? Yes, Laura. We will send you the recording. Yeah. All right. Perfect. So wish everyone a good day. Buenas tardes, buenos dias, if you're depending on how early. For you, it's still before noon, huh? Henry. And it was a pleasure to have you.
Pura vida. Thank you so much. Stay safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.